Evan McPherson has this one teed up.
And we are underway from Atlanta.
From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. And Mariota going to put it up right away.
And incomplete to open things up.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
They go play action. Mariota. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first two tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So 2 incompletions have led them to an early 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Now Mariota on 4th down.
A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Mixon with a 1st down carry. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Mixon. Oh, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon
from 17 yards out.
And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Patterson running between the tackles. Dancing away at the 35. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He wipes out the penalty yardage with a good run to get it back to 2nd and 7.
Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Escaping the pressure right.
A complete to Drake London. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and you give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game. And now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
Off the play fake, Mariota.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw is a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
A handoff running left, Mixon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Burrow looking to pass. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Burrow going for it on 4th. This is caught. Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamar Chase on the touchdown throw from Joe Burrow. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Yeah.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield.
Down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Falcons. Cordero Patterson, 74 yards.
And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Well, there was no doubt that this offense was in desperate need of a quick answer, and they got it. One play, and they're right back in this game.
Because you got the sense if they stalled out here and then another score on the other side to make it a 3-score game, could have gotten ugly. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10.
At their own 21.
From the gun, he'll set up to throw.
Flush to his right. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Steps away to it.
Now Burrow loses the football.
But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Nixon, his running back.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Burrow.
Out of his hands quickly to Higgins.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll try and run with Mixon. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Prior to that, they were 2 for 2 on 4th down conversions in this ball game. Now 3 for 3.
And you've got to figure their luck's got to run out at some point, doesn't it? I will just tell you from a defense's point of view, someone has to step forward on 4th down and make a play himself because they're just letting it happen to him right now.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Once again, they run with Mixon. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
Well, that's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead,
over the middle, and there's a diving catch. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and that will force a turnover on downs.
So the magic runs out, so to speak. They were 3 for 3 on fourth down conversions, now 3 for 4.
So the defense finally gets to exhale.
Yeah.
Because they were wondering, 3 for 3 getting converted on fourth down. That percentage is way high. They hadn't stopped them at all. Finally, they get a stop. They can get to the sidelines now and rest a little bit.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On play action, Mariota. That's to the speedster, Olamide Zaccheaus. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Mariota on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this throw will be intercepted.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Eluding the pressure right. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Escaping the pressure right.
And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the first down.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And those 2 just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Buying time to his left.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 12-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, second down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Mixon.
Ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time.
Take the opening kickoff of the third quarter. On 3rd down and short, and everything well executed. He not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And to the run so often in these situations, there's always a bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
To an 8-point game. Boy, it's only a one-score game. 3rd quarter, mind you, but they're going to go for the onside kick right here. Flag down.
Well, CD, you understand here the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 40 yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day, they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Jet sweep. Boyd with it. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Bengals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons!
Drake London,
71 yards.
and the Falcons are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
They'll try and run it here. And he is in for the 2 points, and they're back within a score as the lead's cut to 8.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back to Mixon on second down.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. The Bengals on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
76 yards for him on the ground now and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll run with Mixon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. He'll get this out to his running back, P-Ryan.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Mixing up the middle. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 10 more there and another first down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap the...
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Bengals have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
They'll look to throw. And that's caught at the 2. And he is not going to get to the goal line. And for the first time here this afternoon, they are thwarted on the 2-point conversion. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Flush to his right. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
London holds this one in.
And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So they'll line up for the onside kick. 18 seconds to go. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get them in the end zone. One last shot now for Mariota. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before.